Hi ratbags, it's Jay. Today taking a look at some Nightingale gameplay. It's like a ASMR visual effects feast, showcasing some of the goings on with crafting in this cozy little cottage. Is this going to be a hardcore survival game or some farming, chill, relax, some kind of vibe? I guess it's what you make it, right? This is fantastic to see though. The closed beta has just finished. I do believe it could be one of its last before its full release, obviously coming in February next year. But it's great to see the progress has been made. So many different options for crafting, so many different crafting benches, and the effects look amazing. Like really different compared to a lot of other games. Got actual animations going on with so many of these as well. It's not just a static icon that you're clicking on, it's actually a workbench that's got effects, that's got movement. Really cool to see. You've got this strange mysterious crystal ball there, and then we're looking around the rest of this gorgeously lit environment in Unreal Engine 5 with all the lumen. There's also some new screenshots shown off from the beta. It is now finished, so obviously it's been given a lot of feedback, and hopefully we'll see more and more gameplay as we get towards the actual release next year. This looks great again. I'm just loving it. I could literally sit here and watch this and just chill to the vibe of some of these goings on. But clearly that's a knitting station, so going to be crafting your own clothes. Nightingale's whole premise is based about your gear, right? Making sure that you've got the best gear going to take on enemies and survive in the world. So yeah, making your own clothes is pretty simple. Then we've got a common standard, I guess, is that crafting bench or is it a woodworking bench? I can't really tell, but it's definitely doing something. Maybe it's a loom, since there's that spindle at the back there, or maybe it's just another wheel, I'm not sure. A saw, it's got to be a saw, of course it's a saw, it's got a great big blade in the middle of it. Yeah, you can tell I weren't very good at woodwork as a kid. All these cooking options as well, look at the grills in the ovens we're just going past, got the anvil there as well, really got a nice weight to it, it just feels like it all fits into the world. Like, yeah, people are just going to really enjoy the comfort levels and stuff and the flames coming up. Are they going to have a comfort system like Valheim and other games though? Like, is it going to contribute to buffs and stuff? Are we going to get any kind of actual plus points in making a home as cozy as this? Because, you know, survival fans tend to be min-maxers. Are they going to want to clutter their houses and bases with all of this stuff? Or is it a case of just putting it in somewhere just to get a buff? But I love the decorations as well. So many plants that you can apparently put in pots. Lots of barrels of just water. And this seems to be some sort of potion crafting bench. Do we get a glimpse as well with some of the stone building pieces that we've been obviously walking through in this base, looking fantastic. Can't wait for this. Honestly, I think it's going to be one of the biggest survival games going once it releases. I'm going to be absolutely all over it with the progress they've been making, just showing how good the game has been shaping up to be. But if all that isn't really getting you going, you want to see more about enemies and creatures and stuff, then let's take a look at some of the other screenshots they've been sharing from the beta. Only a few, just on a little dev blog, giving us a glimpse of what to expect with apex predators that we may be facing in the future. So apparently this beast inside the fog is previously known as Ishmael, now it's called Humbaba, has been endowed with newfound powers, making it even more formidable. Firstly, its poisonous breath, once a singular cloud, has now fragmented into clusters. Those brave enough to go ahead and challenge this creature must master the art of dispelling the venomous clouds to vanquish this daunting adversary. Really is hinting here that bosses are really going to be something you've got to think about, not just a case of wailing on it with your attack button, but actually getting different phases and stages, much like maybe Destiny. Finding a way through and learning the patterns of how it moves or what abilities it's got, and then hopefully getting your way to do some damage. It's another kind of side picture of it, I do believe, and apparently it's going to have lots of ads in that there's going to be a bunch of the harpies we've seen in the past, an alliance that will test the mettle of even the boldest realm walkers. So great stuff. Obviously we've seen the apex predator or some of them in the trailers before, but definitely looking very different this one. The dev blog talks about some of the changes they made with this latest playtest, in that you'll have a special offhand weapon, so you will be able to dual wield stuff. So you can have a torch, umbrellas and healing items maybe in one, and then your main weapon, sword or gun in the other. Obviously as long as it's not a two-handed weapon or tool. So yeah, this looks cool. I definitely like the vibe. Obviously you've got this strange deer-like creature with the kind of lurid colourful markings and a beautiful sunset here. We haven't seen a huge amount of gunplay in some of the trailers, just a few shots and some magical stuff going on at the end of the last one. So yeah, I'm keen to see how ballistics will be handled. And the devblog did have just a little giphy of some wolves chilling out and sleeping, talking about how they'll bask in the gentle embrace of sun and moonlight, venture into the Feywilds with cautious step, and you may witness this enchanting behaviour firsthand. So obviously hinting that the AI creatures is definitely going to have moments where it's not just all out attack other stuff or you, but will go and do its own thing. And this one is just a bug, basically showing the bug of the week. This deer got maybe a bit too close to its counterpart. But you'll notice in the background you've got strange floating islands and just a really different environment for some of the others we've seen. This kind of pastel-y, purpley kind of filter on it. So really great stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot more now, updates on Nightingale as we get onto the home stretch. Expect to hopefully see maybe weekly or 2 weekly videos. And of course, as soon as any news or any vlogs like this released, I'll cover it on the day too. So yeah, go and check it out on Steam as always, and I will be showing you gameplay hopefully in the future. Until next time, ratbags, laters.